get us started now. The kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Patrick Queen came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
We talked about prior to the game, and it played out right there on the first play, didn't it? This offensive line is going to have his hands full all night long.
You often speak of scripts to start a game. Does this mean that play number 2, they're going to go off the script a little bit?
Yeah, what's interesting is that most people, when they script now, they actually script those contingencies in, okay, in case they can't run the play they want to. It's long distance now. Let's go to that play.
Now back to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Some good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's got his tight end. It's Tommy Tremble. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. The Steelers at 11-5 on the year. They've gone a full couple of months now since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And we always talk about how a team has to play complementary football in order to really be a good squad. But I think in this league, if your offense isn't playing really well as this one is, you're not going to run off this kind of a streak.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. And now we've got a stoppage for an injured player, and that appears to be Garrett Wilson, who is shaken up on the play. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. He'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. And they run with Harris off the action. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. They'll look to throw. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there, with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Steelers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that... Nothing. Let's go. They go play action here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. Now a play fake here on first down. He completes that to Garrett. 17 yards is the pickup there for number 17.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
And not much, maybe a yard down to the 23. On play action, they'll throw. Wide open receiver complete.
Let's go.
Harris. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
With his size, it often takes more than one guy to get him down, but if you can at least slow him up and the reinforcements arrive, you have a chance to get him on the ground, and that they did that time for a loss.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience is early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't.
Touchdown! George Pickens. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Steelers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was finished off by a George Pickens touchdown grab. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Dancing to his... And the pressure gets to him again. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Taking on the midfield logo. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Let's go.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They'll look to throw here on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A great effort there. Doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And ready up. They'll start on the ground with Madison. So he's got some breathing room. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Another carry now for Madison. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they'll be stopped right at the 30. On a play that started back at the 15, they pick up 15.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And you can see they've already clinched the AFC North. As it stands, of course, they would still need to host a game on Wild Card Weekend. But you know, we always talk about how coaches say we want to win that division, and that's the key thing, right?
Oh, that's absolutely right. And that comes all the way down from the front office. They built their teams to win their division first, because if you do that, you guarantee that first game at home. Yeah, if you get the #1 seed in the bye, that's terrific. But bottom line, get into the playoffs. There are a heck of a lot of teams watching that wish they were in your spot.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed, because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Ready up.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Got an open man. It's Pickens. And they're going to get this up to midfield. His big game continues. Already has the 3 touchdown grabs, tacking on some more yardage and a first down.
And how precise has his route running been in this game? We just saw him get open yet again, and he's also made adjustments as the defense is trying to really stop him.
Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll look to throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Nice job of eluding the pressure while scrambling for 11. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here at their own 33. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Going to run with Madison again. And maybe Shane's in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. They'll go Madison up the middle. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. That's caught downfield by Pickens. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Finding Pickens for another catch. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. Back to throw again. That's taken in by Duvernay. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Ready, break.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Here we go.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now back to throw. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that will be incomplete. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Steelers out in front. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over. Only 30 minutes left in the regular season, and everybody's excited for the playoffs, so we're just going to forget the halftime show and get back to the football. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. So time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the 3rd quarter. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Harris starts the drive on the ground. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. That's complete to his tight end, Freiermuth. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play. Boy, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here. And we'll step aside. Harris running straight ahead. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop it behind the line. Jonah Williams, former first-round pick, the guilty party. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Ready?
Looking to throw. And here's Freiermuth again. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd down at the 40-yard line.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. They'll get this complete to Calvin Austin. And he will have a Steelers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
On play action, they'll throw. Pickens is there on the crossing route. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, they found him 8 times in that first half, and this is his first catch of quarter number 3. run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. Again, it's Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris taking it in from a yard out. And the Steelers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes this 35-0 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. Going to begin the drive here with Madison. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now a give to Madison. Nowhere to go that time. Might have gotten a yard up to the 25. We're just looking at the scoreboard and where we're at in the 3rd quarter. I don't know that it's going to matter much at this point, CD, but these small runs on the ground, they're not going to get it done.
No, they're not. And right now, the guys stopping the run have been superior in this ball.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
And he's across midfield and into Miami territory. 46 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Another good run there. He's been good all season long. I don't know if he's going to win that MVP award, but just to be in the discussion, obviously that means he's had a great run.
The raw numbers put him in the discussion. Can he carry his team to enough victories? Can he put them in a spot where we say to ourselves, well, an MVP carries his team to the playoffs. That's what he's going to need in order to get that award.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He's got his tight end Freiermuth over the middle. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. They're going to hurry back to the line now. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Open man is Duvernay, and he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And the Dolphins' defense is able to hold. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Ready.
Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
Hey, no.
They'll look to throw again. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
The Dolphins will send out the punter now as he's on here to punt it away. That's pulled in at the 32. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions. The game certainly not taking us there.
Oh, I hear the remote's clicking off right now. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's got his tight end Freiermuth right side. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Now, this one probably not the close game you would expect or hope to see in prime time, CD. But, of course, that wasn't their intent in preparing for this one. They said they felt like their offense was ready to put up some points. And, my goodness, it has been a dominant display in front of a national.
They thought it, and it certainly came to fruition, didn't it? They've been dominant in so many ways in this one. If you weren't paying attention to this group before, you certainly are now after seeing this type of victory from them.
But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up. But he certainly will have some explaining to do.
Ready.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They'll look to throw here. That throw finds Pickens in the end zone. Touch. From 4 yards out. And the Steelers stretch this fourth quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Taking it about the 1. Now a hit and a loose football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. Garrett Wilson. His 11th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers add 6 more to their point total, and they're on cruise control right now here in the fourth. Boswell good with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This taken in at the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Miami's offense set and ready to go. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And a quick throw here that's complete. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 22-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Back to throw again. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. The Dolphins on third down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic, 1 for 9 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I we enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones, and it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we can probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. Now this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. He finds Wilson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, at this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Closed.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back through the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Taken at the goal line.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. He'll drop to throw. It's Hill, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. An excellent pickup of 20 yards. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
Now back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Out route to Hill, complete.
The second down pass.
But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. And it bangs off the left upright and deflects away. It's no good. And they will remain well behind. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55. But you'll see it just conk off that upright. And they're denied a chance at 3 points.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And
that's caught inside the 30. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Boswell for the extra point. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his third so far. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
Fields it right around the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki.
Finding room at midfield.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So this one in the win column for the...